The alarm clock buzzed at 4 a.m. It was a harsh sound, but for Mia, it was a welcome call. She slipped out of bed and into her running shoes. The cool morning air hit her face as she stepped outside. Her breath formed small clouds in the darkness. With each stride, her worries seemed to fade. Today was just another day on her journey, a journey to win the Hilltop Marathon. Mia was not a naturally gifted runner. She was determined. Every day she pushed herself further. Her goal was not just to compete, it was to win. It was a promise she had made to her sister Sarah. Mia and Sarah had always been close. They shared everything, especially their love for running. Growing up, they would spend hours racing each other in the park. Sarah, 2 years older, was always faster. She dreamed of winning the Hilltop Marathon. It was a dream they both shared. Then Sarah got sick. A rare autoimmune disorder stole her ability to run. It was a devastating blow. Mia wanted to give up running too, but Sarah wouldn't let her. "Run for me, Mia," she pleaded. "Win it for both of us." From that day forward, Mia dedicated herself to fulfilling that promise. Training was grueling. Mia's body ached. Her lungs burned. There were days when giving up seemed so easy, but then she would remember Sarah's words. She would picture Sarah's face, her smile, her unwavering belief in her. That image became her fuel. It pushed her beyond her limits. The journey wasn't just physical, it was mental too. Doubts crept in. What if I'm not good enough? She'd think. What if I fail Sarah? But Mia learned to silence those voices. She replaced them with the rhythm of her feet on the pavement and the echo of her promise. Every marathon has its challenge. The Hilltop Marathon was notorious for Heartbreak Hill. It was a steep incline near the end of the race. Many runners faltered there. Mia dreaded it. One day, she decided to confront her fear. She ran towards the hill, her legs burning, her heart pounding. As she climbed, she felt a surge of energy. She thought of Sarah. This hill was nothing compared to what Sarah endured every day. Mia reached the top, triumphant. She knew then that she could conquer anything. The day of the marathon dawned bright and clear. The town was buzzing with excitement. Runners stretched and chatted nervously. Mia found Sarah near the starting line. Sarah held Mia's hand tight. Her eyes sparkled with pride and love. "Run, Mia," she whispered. "Just run." The starting gun fired. Hundreds of runners surged forward. Mia found her pace, her eyes on the road ahead. She could hear the cheers of the crowd, but her focus was absolute. Today, she was running for something more than herself. The first few miles flew by. Mia felt strong and confident. Her training was paying off. She glanced at the other runners. Some were already falling behind. Others were pushing too hard, too soon. Mia stayed focused on her own race. She knew it was a marathon, not a sprint. As the miles ticked by, a wave of anxiety washed over Mia. She started to doubt herself. What if I can't keep up this pace, she thought. What if I disappoint everyone? The doubts gnawed at her confidence. She had to push them aside. Mia took a deep breath and focused on her rhythm. She found her stride again, her pace steady and strong. She reminded herself that she wasn't running alone. Sarah was with her every step of the way. Her strength was Sarah's strength. Her determination was Sarah's determination. The crowd's cheers grew louder as Mia passed the halfway mark. She saw familiar faces, friends, neighbors, even her old school teacher. Their encouragement fueled her spirit. She was still in the race. She was still in it to win it. Section 8. The Weight of Doubt. As the miles turned into kilometers, Mia's legs started to burn. The finish line seemed so far away. Doubt crept back in, whispering insidious suggestions of failure. She thought of giving up. It would be so easy to just stop, to walk away. But then she saw her sister's face in the crowd. Sarah was cheering her on, her eyes filled with unwavering belief. Mia couldn't let Sarah down. She wouldn't let herself down. She had come too far to give up now. Section 9. A final burst of energy. Fueled by a renewed sense of purpose, Mia pushed harder. She could see Heartbreak Hill looming in the distance. She remembered her training, her triumph over that daunting incline. She dug deep, summoning every ounce of strength. As she climbed, the crowd roared their support. Mia felt a surge of adrenaline. This was it, the final push. She reached the top of the hill and felt a wave of relief wash over her. The finish line was in sight. Section 10. Crossing the finish line. With a final burst of energy, Mia sprinted towards the finish line. The crowd erupted in cheers. She could hear her name being chanted. And then she crossed the line. She had done it. Mia had won the Hilltop Marathon. Exhausted but exhilarated, Mia collapsed to her knees. Tears streamed down her face. It wasn't just the physical exertion. It was the emotional weight of the journey, the promise she had made, the victory she had achieved. Section 11. A Triumph of the Spirit. Mia looked up and saw Sarah rushing towards her. They embraced, their tears mingling. In that moment, it wasn't just Mia who had triumphed. It was a victory for both of them, a testament to their unbreakable bond, their shared dream, and the resilience of the human spirit. The Hilltop Marathon would forever be etched in Mia's memory. It wasn't just about the race. It was about the love, the sacrifice, and the unwavering belief in the face of adversity. It was a story of determination, of hope, and the extraordinary strength that lies within us all.